Today I have 8 new fonts to show you, and I'm going to show you why I personally am going to use them heading into 2021. Also, all of the fonts today are totally free to use in commercial projects. So the first font is Apex MK3. Now I'm going to show you details about each font today, and also certain situations where they can be used. And as you might be able to tell, this is a sans serif font that has a kind of futuristic style to it. Now there are 2 different weights to this font, because Apex comes in both medium and extra light as a free version. So here you can see that Apex comes in only uppercase lettering, and also it has numerical values, which is pretty helpful. But when it comes to using Apex, it works best obviously for headings or titles, because it grabs attention and it's very dominant in nature. The futuristic style of the letter forms means that you might want to consider the subject or the brief before using this font. No, actually you need to consider the use of any font, to be honest. Now you can purchase the other weights, but there are 2 free fonts for you to grab right now. The second font today is B Vietnam, and this is a neat little sans serif font. Now it's quite reminiscent of Helvetica, and it's neither overly formal or too informal, and that suggests it can be used in a wide variety of situations. The free download of B Vietnam comes with 14 different weights, and that's going to cost nothing at all. You can find both upper and lower casing lettering for B Vietnam, as well as those numerical values. Now if you are an avid viewer of my channel here at Satori Graphics, you will know I love a good, clean sans serif font, and so this one is going to be a neat addition to my arsenal of typography. And here is a very quick post that I mocked up where you can see me using 2 different weights of this font family, as well as having a contrast in sizing and casing. So what's your opinion of this 1-minute design? The next font is a beauty, as we have Digra here, which is a kind of techno display style font. Now Digra comes in both upper and lower casing, surprisingly so, and that's because the upper casing font works so well by itself. It is quite interesting to see a lowercase version too. Also, you can find numerical values within this font. Now I really like how this font works as a striking heading, as you can see here on this kind of techno club scene that I've made. Now I chose not to use the lowercase version of Digra for the text below, because I personally don't think it pairs up too well together. But that's not a problem, because adding a sans serif font is an easy, nice pair. I'm always searching for tall sans serif fonts, so things like Antonio or Babes spring to mind, and today I have found a new one in the form of Plat No More. Now this is a fairly thin sans serif font, however, and I can only find it in 1 weight. It also doesn't have any lowercase options, so you're pretty much limited with what you can do with it. That being said, I feel it's a beautifully crafted font, and it would work amazingly well as a heading on certain designs. And so here I've mocked up another Rush design, and that's a horror movie poster. Now I am going to be adding this font to my regular tall sans serif options, and I'm sure it's going to come in handy throughout 2021. Font number 5 is Gonsterat, which is simply divine. This sans serif font is a little more sophisticated than B Vietnam, and it commands a little more respect too. It is more formal, and it can be found in both upper and lowercase lettering. Now the font family has 4 different fonts to download completely for free, and yes, like with everything else today, you can use it on your professional commercial projects. Gonsterat is a versatile font, but in this example I've quickly shown how it could be used for a logo design. One option is more informal and has an approach where the lowercase lettering does act in an informal way. And then the other approach is more formal with an uppercase lettering. But yeah, I really feel this font is neat, and so it's going to be in my regular rota of fonts. So next we're changing gears with a script font. Script fonts can be hit or miss, and I think they are essential in certain situations. But this new script font is very well put together, and the letter forms flow really nicely indeed. We have both upper and lowercase lettering, as well as numerical values. This font can be used in specific situations, maybe if you want to express a more relaxed and personal message. And here I've actually made a landing page for you to have a look at how it possibly could be used. And next up today we have another script font. However, this one is a little more sophisticated and elegant. So like with the previous script font, this one, Antara Distance, is displayed in both upper and lowercase lettering, and the letter forms are really quite elegant. And so with that in mind, you want to use this font pretty carefully. The letter forms will suggest something that's superior and also something that has connotations about prestige. It basically is just a really classy, nice font. And so the 8th font today is a serif font, and that is Genevieve Tiling. Now I love this font and it's really neat and appealing to look at, which is why I used it for the intro of today's video. It comes in only uppercase, but it is something I'm going to add to my collection of fonts without a doubt. Being only in uppercase is probably only going to be useful for headings and titles, I would suggest. Which font do you think is the best out of today's lineup? Do let me know down below. And if you want to learn something else today, do click a video on screen. And until next time guys, design your future today. Peace.